All right, students, I want to do a quick video on this marketing strategy game we're going to play. So it's really important that we know the market growth share matrix. And how this works is, let's say we're entering into a new market, and it's going to be a high growth market. I don't know, it could be anything like some new technology market or whatever it is. So you're not going to have a lot of market share because you're just starting out, but you're going to target this high growth market. So that's going to put you up in this first quadrant up here, we'll call it. It's actually, I guess, if it's the coordinate plane, it would be the second one. So up in this quadrant here. Now that's why it's marked a question mark. So are you going to move this direction by gaining market share, or is the market going to devolve and become a low growth market over time? So those are really the two directions you can go in. So let's say you move to the right and you start picking up market share by investing in your marketing strategy, and you develop more customers, you get more customers. That is where you want to be. This is a star market, so it's high growth, it's got a lot of potential, and you get a lot of market share. This is where you want to be in the growth share matrix. Now, if you move this way and the market turns into a low growth market and you don't have a lot of market share, that leaves you as a dog. So that's my dog, actually. Kind of cute. Anyway, but you don't want to have a dog for a market, for your product. So this, if you end up down here in this quadrant, you exit. You just leave the market because it's not worth your time or money to invest in this market. The next thing is, if you're up here in the star and all of a sudden the market becomes more mature, so say, I don't know, like the laptop market, right? When it was like really young and we just came out and there was a lot of growth, but that growth has declined over time. So Apple, their market is they still have a high market share, but it's a lower growth market. They've moved down into here, but that is a cash cow. So you still have a high market share, even though it's low growth. Right, so you still have a high market share, and even though it's low growth, this is not a bad place to be because that is a cash cow. So you're still actually earning a lot of revenue, a lot of return on investment because you have a high market share. That's a good place to be. Now, if that market, somehow you start losing market share and you end up with low market share in this low growth market, then that's a time where you end up back here in the dog region and you need to actually exit the market. It's really, really hard for you to move from a dog up to a cash cow because the return on investment just isn't there. It costs a lot of money to gain market share, and to move in this direction is really, really hard. You're much better off investing in some of these question marks up here in some of the higher growth markets and hopefully developing some stars, which will then evolve into cash cows. So that's really what we need to think about when we play this game. So let's take a look at the game. So the game, here's our positioning map with various demands based on, say this product could be anything. It could be a t-shirt or whatever. And so you're going to start down here at low quality with a basic style or look, and then you can invest and either increase the quality of your product or increase the quality of your look. So it could have a high style type product, and obviously the best place to be from a revenue standpoint or a demand standpoint is this top right quadrant, but it's going to cost you a lot of money to invest in that product. And the reason is, you're going to start here and you have to move each box one at a time, and to move a box costs you $200. So if you want to move, say, 2 up and 2 over to this 1,000, that's going to cost you $200, $400, $600, $800 just to move to this box. You cannot move diagonally. So that, again, is a pretty good box to be in because the demand there is pretty strong. Now, if multiple products enter this market, how it works, each week you're going to earn this revenue. So if, say, there are 2 products in this box, you would split that among your competitor. So you would each get $500 each week. Now, say you move to this box here, and there are 3 competitors. Then all of a sudden, you only have $200 each. Or if you're all the way up here and say, there are 5 competing products up here in this box, then you're only getting $300 each. But here's the kicker. For each week during the competition, you get to earn loyalty bonuses. So if you actually stay in this box for multiple weeks, you earn a 20% increase on your previous week's sales each week. So you actually do get some loyalty bonuses. So think about that as like brand, awareness and brand recognition from your customer. They know you, so they're willing to buy your product again. So there's something to be said about picking a box and staying there for multiple weeks. Now let's go over the cost again for moving from one box to the next. So again, we're going to start here. So if we think about moving all the way over, it's going to cost you $1,800 just to move over here. And then if you wanted to move all the way up to that top right quadrant, that's going to cost you $3,600. Now, you're going to start with a budget of $5,000. So you can kind of think about, if I have $5,000, well, I can invest in multiple areas on this grid. So I could, put one product here for $1,000. I could put, say another product over here for $2,000. So those two combined would be $3,000, not too bad. How are you going to submit your proposal? Well, you're going to submit it on this team decision sheet. And how it works is, let's take a look. Let's bring this thing back in here so we can see it. So you're going to get $5,000 to start, and you can launch as many products as you want, as long as you do not exceed your budget. So let's say I'm currently in cell, J1, which is right here, and I want to move to cell A5. So that's A5 is right here. So that's going to cost me $2,600 because that's 13 boxes, 13 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So $2,600. Now let's say I want to launch another product. And I want to launch it in J5. So that's over here. That's going to cost me $800. Actually, I really like that box. I'm going to actually launch two products in the same box. And some of you might be like, why would I do that? Well, first of all, if I have multiple products in there, it kind of deters competition, right? And say somebody else joins this box. Say 2 other competitors join this box, right? Then there's 4 products in this box. So you split it $200 for each product, but I have 2 of them, so I get half. So not a bad strategy, something to think about. Let's see, our total cost now is $4,200. Now I could invest in another product, but I think I'm going to reserve this $800 in case I want to reposition these products next week. So we're going to play this game for 8 weeks. So let's take a look at what their stats are going to say. Well, here are some of the stats. We're basically going to have, it's going to give you each of the teams, and it's going to show you your total sales, your market share, your sales of your best product, your cost of your moves, so your repositioning, the net profit for that round, so it's going to be your total revenue minus your cost. It's going to be your net profit. So sales was $650 minus expenses. Net profit, that's my rank for the round, and then that's going to be my accumulated profits and budget. So that is going to determine who wins this game. Your total accumulated profits right down here. So you could sit there and do nothing and you have $5,000, or you can invest and see if you can launch some products and see if you can get more than that. So that's really what we're going to do. Here's one other statistic that you're going to get to see. each week you'll get to see how many products are in each cell. So if, for example, you launched a product down here and then so did 3 other people, then all of a sudden there are 4 products there. Maybe you'll think about repositioning to one of these other nearby cells. Okay? Again, this should be a fun game to play. Hopefully we'll have a good time with it. And let's take a look at the matrix again. Right here. So we're going to start here. We're going to launch our products into these various revenue buckets and see how much money we can make. All right, so please let me know if you have any questions.